Hello Redhawks, this is IDTT coming to you with another Canvas training tutorial. In this video we will be discussing how to set accommodations for students on a quiz that has been created in New Quizzes. There is another video in the playlist that explains how to set accommodations for a classic quiz as well, which will be linked in the upper corner. But for this one, we want to focus on New Quizzes. The basic idea is the same. How we navigate to that point is a little different. So we will choose the course that has the student in it that needs the accommodations to be set, and then we will navigate to our quizzes. And then again, this is for New Quizzes. One way to tell if it's a new or classic, the outline rocket is a classic quiz. The filled in quiz is a new quiz. So we're going to go ahead and choose quiz 1 in our example. Then we need to scroll down and go to build, at which point we would see all the questions that we had in our quiz. And then we're going to go up to the top and click on moderate. Now, there are two distinct different places that we can set accommodations. We'll explain the difference here as we go. If we have a student who is going to need the same accommodations consistently throughout the semester, we can find that student's name and we can click on the pencil icon under the accommodations column. You'll see this pop up which says that the settings will be applied to all course assessments for the student. So if you're going to set them for all assessments, this would be the way to do it. If you need to just set it for a specific assessment for some reason, that would be under the other option, moderate, which we will cover here in just a minute. So once you are in the adjustment pop-up, you can click the drop-down menu and you'll see you have 3 different options to choose from. The first one says give additional time. This allows us to add additional time in hours and minutes to that student. This could be useful if there is a specific accommodation that says they get a specific amount of time. The problem with this though is you may have an assessment that's 30 minutes, you may have one that's 60 minutes, so just to say that they get 15 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever the time may be, you would have to go back and adjust this on a regular basis by giving additional time. The other option that may work better if you need to consistently give an extended time is to use the multiplier, because oftentimes those accommodations would say maybe they get time and a half or double time or something like that. At that point then you could say they get 1.5 times the time that you have put in the settings, whether that's 30 minutes, 45 minutes, etc. The other option that is available as well is to remove the time limit altogether for that student, so they would have unlimited time. So we could choose that one as well. We'll go ahead for the sake of our example here and choose to add a time limit multiplier of 1.5, and then we would see that the time is multiplied. So that would be the procedure that we would follow if we wanted to set that accommodation so that it consistently showed up for the student throughout the semester. Now, if we need to make an accommodation just to an individual assessment, then we can use the moderate button. You can do this either ahead of time if you know that you're going to need to make that adjustment, or you can do this actually after a student has started taking their assessment as well, which we'll cover here momentarily. Same idea, you'll see you can add an additional attempt. Maybe student had technical difficulties and their attempt got submitted and you want them to go ahead and have a second chance at it. That's a possibility. Or maybe there was a technical problem and you want to allow them 30 minutes. Maybe their device froze up or they got sick or something and had to walk away. You could go ahead and add in more time for them as well. This will only apply again to this instance of the assessment, not across all assessments. This does not follow the student throughout the course. This is just for this one particular instance. When you have a situation that you may need to reopen a quiz for a student after they began taking it, again, you navigate to the moderate menu and then click on the moderate button. This would cause another pop-up to appear, which would ask you to click the reopen button to reopen the assessment. It'll give you a warning message explaining that it's going to allow them to resume, and the previously recorded responses would be retained. Also, if there was any time remaining from the previous attempt, that time would still be there as well. So if they ended the attempt and had 20 minutes left, that time would be there, plus the additional, in this situation, 30 minutes that you gave them, it would exist as well. So you can do that if you have a situation where a test was submitted and shouldn't have been, or any other scenario that could potentially occur. That's how you would make that adjustment within new quizzes. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to contact us in IDTT, and we're happy to help. Have a great day.